get another one though, man.
To steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and...
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. These Mola worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Barter system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro. Nah, come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Push up.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. A crown slash helmet. It's for my aircraft stealth spit. Can't be tied down like even sheep belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. The bust all on some ices and velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, she's a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly though, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still hand, but we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow, I set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated while I straight evolve. At a rate I'm dating space ace and y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. Actor shape the stages of fate. They fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat.
Yo, damn, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening, brother?
I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators,
Let me turn it down, man.
And precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. Your rose and pearls, what I transmit.
Yo, so what's happening, man? What's happening? Appreciate that, brother. Hey, I found my. Hey, look. Tomorrow we got a whole day ahead of us. Siliconing. I think I got enough silicone hit the bottom. Might have to go back to Sierra Vista and get one more moisture barrier, not the Codex wrap to go around the outside. So we got 2 of those up there, pretty big. So we can silicone more than 3/4. He already did 1 corner. We got the XPS, we got to cut that, just get it up, measure it, put it up in there. The whole thing's done. I'm going to use we've got some 6x6 up there that's long enough to put the 2 bags of concrete to add a little support, more support, even though it's very sturdy. And then we can go ahead and panel. We can plywood the whole top, and we can start throwing together. You know what I mean? The joists, get the walls up. Let's keep Olmec in salutations because we're looking at something pretty good with him. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Let the repetitive dead come on in.
From the skybox, they got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blasted the fact that blood, we gon' have this real song.
What was that?
Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Who's of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees on the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is won, COVID no issue. Could have blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle, to who holds the pistols. The debacles about who owes who the fizzle. Disregard the aboriginal issue. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Big fool is nobody's speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet. One drink the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by clients. From conspiring to nervous. Other aspirants of finest. Turns of foreign. Striders and giants who hide. I'm sure and defiant. And if virus and migrants, I'm hearing the sirens.
I want to hear okay. Say, hold on, I want to hear okay. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. You know, hey man, y'all go ahead and get with ToLU'S ROOTS, all right? On Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. So guten Tag. Good afternoon. For those who don't know German. You know what I mean?
No need to look afar or look afar. Your greed to put a scar on the foot of God. Wisdom of Tahoe from the book of Ra. Heals all wounds.
We're the culture creators. The original ones to turn back to the Garden of Eden. That's everywhere. And the monkey start that after my people came back here first. The Takta. That ain't their real name, but that's why I like to mess with the Native Americans. They have no idea. I told you I have a story to tell. And they just want to keep y'all stuck. Coming back like the flies, the mosquitoes, the ants. Everything has a number. Everything. And I said, they fucked up. And they can watch all day. They got the little bot, the little goofies. It don't matter. They can sit here and manipulate. They ain't strong. Everything has an end. So they can come on in and be sitting here looking retarded. Murdering. They're so stupid. Go and get you one, boys. It's Friday. Go and get you one. Go and get you one. Yeah, I'm having one. Shut up. Can the German? I say Guten Tag. Good afternoon. Put a little lime in it. Let me give me a lime. Bro, that's the one right there.
West Africa, we return other than 29th, Curla to Monroe, Nubia. This they're scared to tell, don't panic. I'm not here to overthrow, but restore. 1, 2, 3, 4, where they failed to record. Even some of our renowned scholars detoured from off the seashore to flee war, just to be more. The rule of God is not for the dishonest man. Why does the sun stand still above a promised land? Well, after gunfire, there's plenty carnage, and then that whole day you have to pay homage. I am a descendant of the
Hey, look, if you still believe in white and black and crayon color, well, I'm going to talk about some shit. And if you're easily manipulated and bothered, bye. That's how real it is. Either you want to better yourself and learn, because I'm a historian, or you could be the retard that they made you. You don't get to come back in the end. Trust me. I don't give a fuck you be trusting they dumbasses and all they doing is shitting on everything because they're sick. I told you absolute power, and it's not absolute. Corrupts. And they don't have to believe shit I say with they little dumbass motherfuckers. They got to see some things. I know, I see them all the time. Not because it's intentional like they do with them to scare the shit out of their old weak asses. Oh, they can do some things. They had enough many times to mess y'all up. They had their warnings. They don't get no warning. I'm not here to stop nothing. All right, so come on in and talk over to hi. I'll be scared. Rightfully. Whether prison or on some playlist, the agenda is the same. Your brain on a slave ship, shine your name on their dot, got it. Now you famous couple. Yeah, they made the pale skins dumber than a motherfucker. Thank goodness not all of them. And they made a lot of, and in the last 6-7 years, they done made a lot of so-called Negroes, I hate that word, dumber than shit. Change shit. Instead, you continue to entertain us with the same lameness as the rest of the entertainers. It all comes to an end. Simulation is designed to block, shame us. The enemy is even more faceless. Realize the ones that look like us are even more racist. The white man's not the white man. Some might say explain this first. And slavery was a melanated chomo. White man ain't the white man. And if you got a problem with crown colors, take your little goofy ass on. You should go and talk to your ancestors who created it and made the problem in the first goddamn place. We're going to talk about what need to be talked about, those of us who know. And if you can't handle that, bye. Create my own wave. I don't chase it. Most of what is the latest is tasteless, overrated. The young beef is beyond me. Plant-based and can't wait to be on. So they risk, they case with a planting count at the A-list. They want you in a play stripped on some gay shit. You program on a slow spin. Once the dance done, lights glow down, turn your back on your woke friend. Learn the fact couldn't control him. You yearn to rap with bro them, so you burn track. Oh, I gotta stir the make Spanish rice and chicken, y'all. Banging, trust me. You don't know slam to advance shows the back door him. Split with the
yeah, Spanish rice about right, cuz. I'll throw that spaghetti together, you know what I'm saying? That chicken, angel hair chicken, Alfredo. Well, I use shrimp. I overflow, show shrimp or drown. Let me expound more. Shrimp up in there. Oh yeah, it's ready, cuz. Meat off the bone, yeah, it's loaded. It's ready, cuz. That's on phone now. Yeah. Now with that, like I said, the angel hair pasta, the shrimp. I don't chase it. Most of what is the latest is
man, I'm forgetting everything.
Overrated. The young beef is beyond me. Black base and can't wait to be on. So they risk catching a case with a planting camp and the A-list. They want you in a play stripped on some gay shit.
You know. But it's like, it's almost like the powers that be want for you to relinquish your self-confidence, the power that we have and the power that we have in ourselves. They want you to submit that to them before they will allow you being to have the riches and the success and the fame. I have to have something. like a hemp RDE, just in case you get out of line. And I'm glad you said that. I've read an insert, and it was a blogger. Okay. And the blogger was speaking about how once you reach a certain plateau of financial status, okay, you have to do something strange for the change. You cannot get over that hurdle.
That's crazy. You gotta do something strange for the change, man.
Because they do have to have something over top of you.
Do something strange for the change. That's pretty stupid.
In the spirit of the great matriarch.
It's about that time. Gotta get my boy. Oh!
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure.
Sharon, side, what's going on? T-Bone around the side over there. Salutations, salutations. What's happening? What's happening? I'm gonna do a whole lot of shit for you. Just hold on. They're making you crazy. I'm gonna uncrazy your ass. Not necessarily me. I'm gonna watch y'all going to get uncrazy. It's a whole lot of stuff's gonna happen. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe. I don't care. I just know that I'm gonna be looking at you motherfuckers like this. You're gonna be looking up, walking by in the most miserable, grotesque way you can ever imagine yourself. For you idiots that keep pushing. The bot? Man, there's been 100 of them motherfuckers. This AI shit ain't new. Not at all. Matter of fact, I think it's one of the worst ones. Do you know me? Watch, whatever the fuck. You see? Biggest mistake was fucking with me. Cause y'all stupid.
No way lesser.
Stupid.
No surrender. Stupid. 3 pound pressure. No way lesser. Drop the
Very
no surrender. 3 pound pressure. No way lesser. Drop the oppressor. No surrender. 3 pound pressure. No way lesser. Drop the oppressor. No surrender.
This world is such a and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme.
I'm about to go into the tank top, y'all.
Everybody's like, you taught that from school.
I'm about to tank top.
Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump?
Hell yeah.
Gimme. Push. Step. Crush.
It was decent all night last night.
Nobody ever
Though
stopped.
it was kind of different from the past. Usually around this time of May, at nighttime, and we're in the 68. It's usually like 60, 70 degrees. I don't know what this 40 and 50, you know, they messing with everything. But hey, y'all letting them. Y'all allowing them. I don't care what they do. Yeah, this is an excellent beer. They have a Mexican beer that's about the same. They have a Mexican beer that's about the same. It tastes about the same as this right here, the Big Booker. This is a premium Pilsner. I used to do the what's that called? AIP, API, whatever that crap's called. I used to do that. I say just make that too strong. It's nasty. This, as far as the Pilsner goes, like when you look back at its original take on how it was done before they started messing up Anheuser-Busch and all that, Budweiser and Bush and, you know, the whole rimmer, all those. This one's really decent. It ain't 7 point this and all that. This is around, it's 1817. And this is created by melanated people. And it's only 4.8% by alcohol volume, not 7.5 and all that other crazy stuff, which is nothing but to harm you, make your liver, fatty liver and all that kind of stuff that creates more, disenfranchisement. Now, we aren't really supposed to be drinking. Yet, everything is perception. Everything is perception. It's not what you think it is, okay? And it's really good. Wait until I build that home and I park wherever and bushcraft fire and open a cold one. Maybe or maybe not. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. I'm gonna be putting that together. We got the wood glue. Tomorrow, we're gonna record it. Me and T gonna be up there. We're gonna silicone everything. Like I said, get the last piece measured and cut. Treat, I think we have 6 boards, but 3 of the boards are a 1/4 inch, and that's going to be the outside. Excuse me, because I told you we're going to use something on top of that, but it's going to be on the outside. And the fire retardant paint they have, you cannot paint it in the weather. You have to put it under something. So it's going to be on the inside and outside with the lead paint as well. Now, when we get to that point, I'll explain. T will know, and you'll see. You'll watch everything. Like I said, this is our land. How can some federal government take all the land and use it for whatever they want? Y'all don't even get it. You still play on the game. I'm not a citizen. All right. Some people say I'm more allowed to be on a national. If you want to use those terms, but I ain't none of that shit either. And we'll talk to this with an Eric. How you see it? A bloodline of German, Costa Rican, and I guess Chinese. Yeah, they could do some DNA shit. They know everybody's kind of related back, going way back. I told you my father's side of the family, the first ones to come to these lands. I don't give a fuck who you are, who you think you are. That's why I laugh when people come talking with all this. Y'all don't understand the manipulation of genes. When it comes to straight hair and fair skin and all that. And the reason why we can bore you in, because it's a competition of the dynamics of our genetic pools. But it's a lot of other stuff that's a deeper perversion. And I can't get into that because I'm not here. That's not even part of my story. All right. That's just something that y'all can research. People get a little infuriated because, you only get infuriated when your people are fucked up. So I don't get infuriated. I look at everything logistically. I go, okay. And then I research, then have a deeper understanding of the perversions going on. So, as you know, a lie will always remain a lie. It doesn't matter how it's told. Even in ignorance, when we're sitting there discussing something, and we think we're aware, and we commemorate and consummate the relationship with the lie, it doesn't mean the lie changes because you feel good in it, because it is part of your understanding. It is part of your deeper association to the lie of your existence. Just because does not give this, how you say it? It doesn't give this alt-right ideology. It's some good beer, yeah. I'm sorry. Probably the only one I had today. I'm not really trying to feel it. Let me go grow a lime. Anyway, tree. Bill Gates is still running around, and it's funny when you look him up on Wiki and all that goofy shit talking about inventor, philanthropist. He didn't invent a goddamn thing. He's not a philanthropist. What do you call it? What's that word? Philanthropy or some shit like that. Bullshit. He is doing everything by design. I mean, let's look back at George H.W. Bush, right? 41, I guess. Not 45, whatever, right? 41, right? When that motherfucker died at that little dinner in China, wherever it was, right? Do y'all see that nigga's teeth? You see how that motherfucker ugly? I guess they just realized after his work, like I said, you could sell yourself, right? He was 94, I think. You could sell yourself. And you could have all the riches of the world they created. It ain't of the earth. I hate that term world and earth and all that. But anyway, and when it's time's up, time's up. Now, is it something else to it? No. They are very aware that everything comes back. Like when you step on the ants and you kill all these ants, that exact same number is going to come. Bees, that exact same number is going to come. Trees, all the female trees, Everything they were doing for the last 40, 50, 60 years is to get to a point of your destruction. Now, will they save off some stuff? Yes, they have to keep a painting, a picture in the idiot's head, in their idea of existence. The problem is there's nobody coming back after this. They monitor. They have an idea. I told you that light that comes in and leaves. They talking about DMT, detrimental, that DMT stuff and all that stuff. You're not supposed to work 50, 60 years and then have 5 to 10 years of enjoyment called fake ass freedom. These motherfuckers, you've allowed it. And you know what? I told you, and people are finding out, these racist groups are led by fucking Jews. And they're not Jews. I'm tired of saying that word. They're fucking frauds. They're fake. It's a bullshit identity. And some of y'all need to stop trying to run to it. We're the true, if you want to look at Shem as far as Ab or Adam, you got to remember they call the West Adam. I told y'all to read, study some of the things, and to know what it means. Okay. I forgot to get the rosemary. Damn, I forgot. I'm forgetting I forget my head if I had to. All right. Now I asked y'all to look into that, and y'all didn't want to. I told you Eve is everywhere. Adam is everywhere. If you want to use those definitions, the Garden of Eden, for those who get into that, right, is everywhere. Why did they come here looking for it? Because it was, after their research, they were put to the task. It was already known by the definition, ought to make you believe in something. It was your destruction. Somebody shared something to someone. Yeah, Trump signed another witch card where they can deport Black and African Americans. That ain't my problem. You want to be a fucking retard and don't know who you are because you want to follow fake ass federally made black power shit and everything else. I told you James Brown didn't want to talk about that, but he got paid to. You see how easy motherfuckers pay out, do things for a worthless ass dollar, and y'all believe that's what you need to live on? I can dig it because that's what they consummated a relationship with that you have. And you can't see beyond it. You know how many times I heard people say they want to get the family together and only one party was changing and the other party went back to being stupid and they never come together? It's the last hoorah. And I'm telling you what you can do when you people and y'all's false convictions sit there and you say, nah. You get infuriated, you get all bothered and emotional. If you want to stay in the lie, I told you they have choices. You don't have to partake in anything I'm stating. You don't have to research shit. You don't have to put puzzle pieces together. You don't have to go out there and see for yourself. If you want death and destruction, and that's the camaraderie and the relationship they've earned and gained in you, go right at it. Don't let me take up another moment of your goddamn time. I take small sips, y'all. And this beer with the lime. Oh my God. Don't go out if you're drunk and everything. Don't do that. If you can't, just have 1, 2, maybe 3 in a 4, 5, 6 hour. Don't just leave it alone. But I'm going to put it up, and they're not paying me. But I love my German. I ain't going to start singing some old German songs. Anyway, right? I care about you guys, but it's not so much that I have to. Like I said, would that be the case if I didn't? We use the word believe in what the visions I've had. No, I think there's somebody that's attempting to connect me with somebody else who's been saying and having the same visions. And the funny thing is, this individual is in South America. I think Peru or some shit. And then there's another one that somebody else said they saw somebody talk just like me. I was like, what? He said, yeah. And I said, well, where? I was like, where? And he was like, you ever been to Chile? Yeah. Look, if y'all want to hate based on the identity, the false identity clause they gave you, y'all, a lot of you have a hard time accepting that your genes have been manipulated, The reason why they married into a lot of our families was some old originals came and got right back connected because they didn't lose that during Tartary. There are some who married in because they wanted to pervert your blood. It was all tests. Pass on diseases and germs made up like carriers. And that's very few and far. But then people want us to accept fake holiday. I was in the store and this woman was talking to me and she says, yeah, because I'm Jewish. I looked at this and said, oh, really? Oh, you're a convert too. Do you practice and read the Torah or the Talmud? What do you think of Zionism? She just looked at me. I says, because you know I'm the real deal. Oh, I know. Is that out of fear, animosity, envy? See, I'm a little different, but regardless of that, everybody thinks that where they stand at is affluent to their existence. First of all, none of you are standing upright. You're bent over, head, and you're moving in fear, in guise of an ignorance of existence. You refuse, and I will tell you 99.99% don't know what freedom is. Real freedom. Can you imagine running through the fields, not stepping on glass, walking through cobblestone roads where the vehicles don't leave garbage and trash? Could you imagine jumping out of a 5-story floor and not breaking a bone? Could you imagine thinking about your neighbor next door and then responding without knocking on it? You have no idea what you've been burdened with, what's been embarked upon you. As far as they're concerned, this place being the center chakra, being the heart of the existence, of origin, to return and to put a cap on it, not that far from the source. When I tell you they have screwed the fucking pooch, I am not saying it because I want to be envied. I want to be some greater than. I am telling you, these motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck, out of the water, out of the fuck, whatever the ethers and whatever the fucks, whatever it is that you dynamically find feasible, they have fucked up in the worst way. And some of y'all are just playing right along with it. Hey, Andy, what's up? What's going on, beloved? What's happening? What's happening? What was that? Exactly. People fall into their emotions too much. Exactly. Rather than just letting it flow by and observing them. And it takes work. You know, individuals have to learn again. You know, like when I'm moving around, I move around just like you, you know, it's fun. Acting crazy, making jokes, messing with everybody. People need that little uplifting, I guess you could per se. But the reality of it is, I do it because sometimes you got to get outside of yourself, because the yourself you're in is not who you are. Sadly, it's part of your diorama. It's an incorporated Malthusian, right? And you have to get by it. I mean, look at it. They right now, the skies, you don't see them as blue as you should because they've got a bunch of crap. They've done this before. And they know that with the sun, your hair can grow, your testosterone levels will be normal, your vitamin D, stop taking B vitamins, your body creates this stuff. So the more they starve you of it, the more hungry you are for the things they lay in front of you. They have poisoned all the food and everything. And they've done this tactfully. And y'all have not taken it upon yourself to strike back. Who the fuck can poison your food? You know, all your food and all your stuff's coming from California and New York, liberal states. Well, yeah, okay, some conservatives, they one and the same fucking people. It's all an act. Everything that you're looking at is a big act. Yeah, what they talking about having the military work with the police. A perversion is going to be a perversion, and that's why they have wars. What you see going on overseas, you think it's not going to happen here? It happened in the '60s, World War II, because it's a force kill everybody, and nobody wants to see for it is because people come back home. This is it. They have vehicles and crafts and things you have no idea about. Or maybe you're creating them as well. I don't care. But I'm just a warning. Just a warning. But when the lie is the existence of everything, do you think individuals are not going to move in the lie? The lie is pragmatic to everyone's existence. Isn't that screwed up? That's pretty tactful, and again, my hat's off. That's something else. You know what I mean? If they were really as smart as you think, they'd have stopped a long time ago. But they're not. And they're not intelligent, smart, or anything. Everything you heard about Hillary Clinton, yeah, all of them. If it wasn't so, what's the problem with old Flumpy Flump Trump allowing the Epstein records to be put out? If it's so important, why are babies, I think it's slowed down a little bit still, and women coming up missing? Y'all don't get how seriously delusional this shit is. You know? Hey, that young girl, what was her name? The one that was saying all like credible stuff about the sex parties, this, that, and the other. Allie. She's missing again. And she was in a video with Will Smith. I had to have a friend of mine look at it with his little techno-savvy self. And he was like, oh yeah, that's Allie. That's her. Right behind Will, smiling, looking around, you know. But she's missing. I know it can only be somebody in the costume to be able to do that. Y'all allow that shit too. Y'all allow that, right? And whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Oh, that's some good damn beer. I'm about to get this damn Spanish chicken and rice. Fuck that up. Anyway, right? I just want y'all to have a clear understanding. I want to keep y'all in the loop about what I'm doing, what we're doing. Guns out driving a truck, you know. And the only reason why is because I want y'all to have something of normalcy in the narrative of creating. Our people are always creating, and other people ignore that. I mean, you see, for my light-skinned brothers and sisters, I'm always saying that. I don't know how any of y'all can get beside yourself and feel some kind of other way. I call you my brothers and sisters, but some of y'all just get upon yourself because you have a what they call that? It's called white guilty conscience. Free yourself from that shit. If you're not partaking in it, free yourself. If you don't, then you're gonna have a guilty conscience because you hold some animosity to something towards darker melanated people. And I will work your ass out if you can't get your head right. Now, as far as the melanated people still using the terms YT and YN, you're retarded, motherfuckers. You're just as dumb as anybody else. Okay? France, Belgium, all these places, you see these migrants and everything marching in the streets. These are people who the light-skins and their fake power escapade want to kill, but they've always had melanated people fighting with them. And that's what's funny. Without us, you would have never won shit. Facts. Go talk to Russia. They're just unleashing their, Russia has 58 million people. America, 340 million. India, so-called 1 point something billion. China, 1 point something billion. Africa, 1 point something billion. The problem was with north, south, and this America, we're at about 1 billion ourselves. And where the rest of everybody else is, we're looking at 8 billion people. Who are the other people? They lie all the time. They murder, destroy, kill, experiment, this, that, and the other. They make you idiots fight one another. And you do it anyway because you believe in the lie. You live a lie, you tell a lie, you're going to be a part of the lie, you're going to exist in the lie. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I don't ever want to hear somebody come like, here you go with that white shit. Shut the fuck up with your broke ass self. Fix your goddamn self and stop being stupid. That is not a platonic relationship. If it is, that means, yeah, you came out of the pod fucked up. When you think you have control and you really don't, that's where you first fuck up. Okay? That's where they fucked up. Okay? What's that? Be thankful for the lie. Exactly, Sharon. People are so blind, they bulldozed my garden yesterday morning. What? Who? And what makes them think they got the right to do it? You know what I mean? What makes them think they got the right, Sharon? You know what I'm saying, hon? That's pathetic. Sharon calls me, yo, man. Wonderful, beautiful sister. A little older, but magnificent, majestic. You know what I mean? Yo, what's going on? Aquamac American Indian, what's happening? My boy, tell off what's happening. I got Andy, right? I just want to shout everybody out. Okay, just want to be sure. They bulldozing. Yeah, maybe you need some brothers to come together in the neighborhood and say, and go down to that fake ass judge fucking them and say, it's not today. HOA, fuck you. Take your little, you know what I'm saying? You need to get, look, sometimes you got to, talking about law. They don't live by the natural law. Fuck their fake ass law. I told you I'm not a citizen. They might be fooled thinking it because all the trust and every damn thing else. These idiots. They put a price on everything. This dumb motherfuckers. There we go. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and just give that little spew. There's a lot of things, and you already know that, going on that shouldn't be happening. Yet it is happening, and innocent people who are not all that innocent are being every day. And the people doing it, they don't understand this association and disconnection. This is it. So yeah, this is it. If they want to keep doing it, I'd be the motherfucker that I can convince them to stop, and I don't want to. Because I'm going to enjoy what's going to happen next. Oh, yeah, them motherfuckers will be looking. They ain't going back into the other ether or the other ether or the other dimension. Oh, that's fucking about to come to a whatever you want to call it. All of it. No escaping. They should know that. They threaten y'all every day. They have idiots doing dumb shit. That's not Israel. That's Palestine, by the definition. Those motherfuckers over there doing what they're doing? Yes. It's funny how, in order to have people go in the military, you got to teach the Talmud. Something created in the early 19th century, 20th century. These motherfuckers are so ridiculously stupid and dumb. And the world is speaking up saying, no, you're not the true sons and daughters of Shem. By that narrative. And there's enough ex-rabbis say, look, we worship Satan. With all that been putting out there, I guess they really feel like they're in control. Actually, they have zero control. Y'all malfeasance. Y'all believe without knowing and know without belief. I mean, and sects of religion who want to live peacefully and always have money. They're abused and brutalized too, boy and fellas. Most of the ones you see here, they're not Hasidic. These are goofy ass Talmudic Zionist monktards, fucktards. They're gonna get what they got coming to them, man. Whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people are starting to come to realization and reality. A lot of people are starting to realize they don't give a fuck about the drones around the military bases and all this, that, and other. Them people out there practicing. Can you imagine? You're gonna do what we say, and if not, we're gonna put a dead man switch in you. We're gonna have a drone come fly in your window, blow you the fuck up on the base. We don't care. They're gonna grab them rifles, they're gonna grab them grenades and everything else, and they're gonna come and hand it to your asses. Whether you like it or not. They've conditioned and groomed them just well. And a lot of you ain't even pay attention. How many of y'all kids went and graduated from school and you actually sit back with them and says, what did you learn? Did they ever look at you, act a certain way, and you never really paid attention? Well, you can thank them damn sorry ass professors and them worthless ass school teachers. How many of y'all know school teachers that worked and said the hell with this and left and went back to nursing and whatever else? Because they said they couldn't deal with what was being, given. But their voices are silent. And we're just gonna come with our CH-46s and our Hueys and everything else, and we got all this equipment. They have subpar shit. They don't have real stuff. Ain't my problem. I'm not the one. I don't care about all that. That's not my problem. That's theirs. Army bases, Air Force base, right there. But anyway. We used to say the sound of freedom. We used to be on the an A-60, right? Flying the Black Hawk, right? I'm going. I'm not one of those steer guys. All right, but I was one of the guys working contractors. I learned how to put the Gal 17s in helicopters. You know what I mean? So you know how that goes. And I used to have to go out and test fire a couple times, get to go shoot it. You know what I mean? So, isn't it funny that the people spraying the skies are ex-military who have given up on people who don't care? These people are already narcissistic sociopaths. They gave up on themselves. And this fake-ass government utilizes them. It's mind-boggling how you got people still fighting about the Second Amendment. What part of the Bill of Rights and the Constitution is that? What part of the government, what makes y'all think the government has that kind of power to take them from you? Oh, that's right. You're scared. I can dig it. You're scared as hell. Again, like I said, I know it sounds like I'm parlaying. I'm not here to stop, blah, 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 blah. You can accept whatever you've been dealt. You can accept whatever they're giving you. I could dig it. Some of us roll with the flow because a lot of people think things will pass. You are in a position where they're poisoning your beef. They done fuck the pork over. They outsourced the last 8 years, whatever, they outsourced all the jobs to China to create this tobacco. The Zionists did. How come none of you paid attention to what Hitler did? He took the country back and it became productive. Nobody home. Look at this right now. Y'all paying insurance shit from healthcare? Our healthcare system is shit. But you got doctors still want to be paid high and people walking around thinking they're great. It's the medical field. This is why I'm a first responder. Bullshit. Look at the train track repair vehicles. They look like shit rusted through. Look at great America and what these fake politicians and the Zionists have done. They have brought y'all down to your fucking knees. Y'all pretty much walking around in a fake great country on the third world aptitude. ideology with dumbass racists led by the fucking Who's and a whole bunch of stupid black power movement dumb motherfuckers who are being misleading people because of pain and hardship. And you refuse to come together and make it better because, as far as you know, you got to go to Hollywood, do something strange with the change, go to Georgia and hump on some motherfucking he, she. Most of them homosexuals, and they don't lesbians, they have no morals, they don't give a fuck. As long as they're physically pleasured. It's not a mental, they'll say mental, it is not. Do you know how many children right now went through that shit of taking the hormone blockers and all that other shit, and now they're becoming the women and the men they were supposed to be? They are pissed off. When you got a bunch of motherfuckers in the military running around because they gay, and they're running around with dog masks on and all the other crap, cosplaying, and you had 3 of the motherfucking major leads and they were all transsexuals, why is nobody can see that? Because you have a bunch of dumbass women that were all right with it because their best friends are gay. That means you didn't never learn what it is to be a fucking woman, and you never learned to appreciate what a fucking man is, and vice versa. Somebody want to argue? And it's not even pleasure, exactly. It truly is a wonderful time to be alive. Absolutely. I appreciate that, Dev. Thank you. Just let me nurse my wounds, I say. Why do you have, like, look at all the body dysmorphia? And I told y'all the new one is brain dysmorphia. Running with it. Like bandwagon leers. You want them bandwagon leers. You just ride with everybody else. All right, roger that. You ain't got to argue and fight with nobody. It's unnecessary. Unfucking necessary. Okay? There are those who see, and they're like, okay. And then there are those who, look, man, I've got a job to do. This is what I was trained to do. Yeah, trained to be stupid, and it's not a fucking job. It's an aptitude, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely. I walk with my manhood. I walk as, divine, you know what I'm saying? Masculine. Anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and speed that out. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to enjoy this little German beer. Give me some of this Spanish rice and chicken. I'm going to chill. I'm going to sit out in the sun when it comes back out. And I'm going to see you guys a little later. I'll probably come back on and be like, hey. No, I'm kidding. I ain't going to be like that. But I'm going to see you guys later. And if you want to donate, I appreciate it. It's going to go to the construction. And yes, I got the wood over there. Did I show y'all? Let me show you. So all this right here is the first part to the bed of my truck. Okay? See all that right there? That's going to go right in the back in the middle. And then from there, I'm going to build it up and out to make the, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll do the measurements for the height. I forget what I actually measured it at, but I know this was where the queen bed is going to be up here. It's going to come out about a foot. Well, as far as what the truck's girth by the fenders. So it's going to come out to right about here. So that's about a foot. Okay. And I'm going to drape this to a certain point where it doesn't block too much. Kind of do a round part up here. All right, kind of round, but it's going to be high enough. Well, I can walk in there, climb up to the ladder on the right side. The door, this is going to be open. I'm going to put my own cameras and sensors up on the back. This is going to be open all the time, okay? Because it's going to come out. I need, instead of the 5.5 feet, it's going to be roughly, I think I said 8 feet. So that's going to be width. I want to put 100 pound propane tank right here to build it in, or it could be right by the door right here. Well, it's going to be on the edge right here. The bathroom's going to be on that end right there, which would be a shower bathroom, deposit toilet. The right side, the driver's side will be where the sink and stuff's at. The 13-inch TV will go up in the left corner over the propane, and it's going to be like that. It's going to be awesome. And once I get it you know, built up. So yeah, I got to put the wood glue, get all that, drill the holes, put all that together, tack together, and everything like that, and it's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna record it. Okay, I'm going to record the build. It's gonna be cool. All right. T built his one. He got his truck over there and get his built. He can build his own damn one like I'm doing mine. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share that. And you can see up top, well, I'll show you guys probably. That's what I'll probably do, go live and show you everything, the purchase. The stuff that was in the back of the truck we uploaded up there today. And like I said, tomorrow's gonna be a whole day of elbows and you know what I'm saying, and getting all that done. So like I said, O has got a job opportunity. We want that to go through. We don't want to say blow this and other. So y'all send him some energy, and hey baby, and you know, we get everything working. So she's over there. Let me see, where's she go? Oh, she was right there. Oh, she's right there. She's in the front picking. She's eating. You see the food? She's right there. She's in front of it. I'm sorry, mama. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, I'll come back later, and you know, I'll show you everything, and you know what we envision, what we plan to do. All right, so I done spent about 700 on this crap, so about 400 on food. But you know how it goes. You know what I mean? We gotta make things work, you know? And we gotta keep pushing forward. You know, my back, my joints are killing me, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? We just keep doing, you know? And again, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna sign off. I'm going here, get my witch guard, enjoy my beer, I got my bowl up here, get my little Spanish rice and chicken. And I'm gonna chill. All right? It's Friday, motherfuckers. What's up, Alician? What's going on? What's up, beloved? What's cracking? What's happening? You already know, sitting on it. You already know. Au revoir. You already know. Anyway, y'all have a good day. And for those who practice the Sabbath, you know when it starts. Enjoy yourselves. All right? And I'll see you guys later.